Hey guys, what's up? Caleb with Black Pearl Media here. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 2020 question of DE versus HR. So let's get into the video. Okay, so just to kick this off, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my experience with both the DE and the HR. For those of you who don't know, this is like the earlier model 350Z and the later model 350Z. They made some changes, and I figured since I had some experience with both platforms, I could kind of give you my opinion on the differences in the two. So in 2020, the big question is, what's better? So I wanted to first tell you guys what my experience is. I owned a 2004 Nissan 350Z DE for about 2 to 2.5 years before it caught on fire and was totaled out. Now, there was nothing wrong with the vehicle itself, no wiring issues, nothing like that. Just simply another vehicle caught fire near it and melted the car. Broke my heart, but it gave me enough money from the insurance to purchase an HR, which I have now had for close to 4.5 years, I think. So it's a 2008 HR. It was a base. The other one was a base. So, they both had open differentials. They didn't have the big brake kits or anything like that. So pretty even comparison. So the DE, I put about 40,000 miles on it from 110 to 150, and the HR, I put about 50,000 miles on it, and it's currently at 152,000 miles. So I do have some seat time in both vehicles, so that's my experience. I decided to ask the community, the Facebook pages, the forums, my friends, what questions they have in 2020 about the differences going from a DE to an HR, and here's some of the questions. So the first question I got is probably the one that's burning the most in your mind, is that extra couple of dollars for the HR, is it worth it for that little bit of power increase, right? So it's pretty widely known that the HR does have more power, but it's not a very big number difference. It's like between 10 and 20 horsepower. It's really not that big, right? So going from the DE to the HR, I did feel a difference. Now, was it night and day? No. But as far as how the power was delivered, it just felt tighter. It felt better. I don't know how to say it other than it just felt more solid, more put together. It responded better. But yeah, that was my experience with that. The DE was still plenty of power. I could still spin the tires. I could still crank through gears and have a lot of fun with it. The HR just felt more refined, more power, and a little bit more bang for your buck. So that would kind of answer that question for me, is the HR would win this battle. It has the slight edge. Just think of it as like, for people who already own the DEs, that the car performs very well for a stock car, very, very healthy. But if you can just think of one step above that, that's what the HR would feel like. It just feels more well put together. Question 2 would be interior. I got this from a friend on Instagram. The interior is not something that is talked about a lot when it comes to that discussion, whether, the DE is better, the HR is better, or what you get when you upgrade. But the HR style-wise is very, very similar to the DE, but there is a noticeable quality difference with the HR, at least what I experienced. When I got into the HR, it felt like it was more quality. They didn't have as creaky or a plasticky feel. It was solid. It felt better. And you get like 6 cup holders with the HR. I swear, there's 2 on here. There was 4. There's 2 in the center. And then I had an additional one that went in the center that gave you another 2. So 5. I don't know. But that's a lot more. The DEs have 1, and it can hold a small, McDonald's fry, and that's about it. So another question I got was really how much better is the HR than the DE? When we're talking of power and feel, which we already covered, the HR gets the edge. Suspension felt about the same to me. Braking felt about the same to me. Interior was better on the HR. Overall looks, I like the looks of them. You know, either one, you know, gets me excited. They're fine. I do like the HR front hood bump. I think it complements the body lines very nicely. Yeah, no, I think the HR is better. It's just that extra step in quality, and you know, I didn't have any reliability issues with either my DE or my HR, even though I put about 40 to 50,000 miles on each of them. All I did was routine maintenance, so I haven't had any negative experience with maintenance. And these are vehicles that were both over 100,000 miles, so, and the HR is still kicking. I'm about to put a rear mount turbo kit on the HR at 151,000 miles. I'm not even really sweating about it. Even if it did blow up, I'd still I'd just replace the engine, maybe build it a little bit. But I honestly feel very confident with the amount of power I'm going to be putting into it, and it doing very well. Bonus question. Okay, so I thought this one was pretty funny, so I threw it in there. But somebody asked me how long after I got the HR did I start hating on the DEs and the DE owners. Well, I will say that, you know, I jumped right into it, and I definitely threw some shade around just in a playful way to the DE owners. But honestly, they hold a special spot in my heart, and I would go back and I would buy another DE if I needed to. But if I had that extra coin, I would definitely spend it on the HR. I would highly recommend a DE to a friend. I would do that with a clear conscience. I don't think that they have very many issues. The issues that they do have, you know, they're pretty well known and can be pretty much avoided if needed be. So if you're going to be having that conversation in 2020, do I want to upgrade? Depends. Do you want to go up and do you need that extra little step? Is that important to you? If so, then the HR is a great car. If you're looking at both the DE and the HR and you're trying to figure out which one you want to purchase, what's your budget? You know, both of them are going to be good options for you, in my opinion. These cars are great cars, and right now is a really nice time to buy them, because if we're not at rock bottom on the value, we're getting pretty close. So, you know, whether you get an HR or a DE, you're going to be getting a solid car for the money. Dollar per horsepower, I think it's pretty much up there for one of the best deals you can get right now. But let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think? HR, DE? For me, I'm going to have to conclude and say that the HR I would buy again and again. But if I didn't have that budget, that extra couple grand, I would have no problems jumping into a DE and really making it my own, and you know, being very comfortable in the platform. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, please drop it in the comment section. Good or bad, helps me out either way. If you could go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We are a growing channel here, and I'm really excited to watch this channel grow and thrive, even though I can't speak at all. I really appreciate that. There's going to be a lot of content coming out. I got another video coming up for my rear mount, which all the fabrication should be done this week, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes, and we're going to keep on rolling. So thanks so much for stopping again, and I will see you on the next video.